Welcome to Game of the Day, where I randomize a date and play a game that came out on that same day. Today we're starting with November 12th, 1986 for the date, which only had Othello and Milon's Secret Castle, which ultimately ended up being selected. Milon's Secret Castle is a side-scrolling adventure game where you open different doors within a castle to collect money and keys to climb your way to the top and rescue the princess. The gameplay features basic movement paired with momentum-based jumping, so the quicker you're moving, the further you jump, as well as a bubble attack that you could aim up or down to break secret blocks and attack enemies. If that wasn't enough for you though, there are also trampolines that you could use to jump higher after you unlock them from shop rooms. Shop rooms featured items you could buy, such as the ability to shrink when hit with ink, and you got to hold up to 12 abilities at a time, while also getting free hints, if you could call them that, to guide you through the game. As you wandered around the levels though, if you were lucky enough to bump your head into certain blocks, they'd unlock bonus levels where you had to collect as many music notes as possible while avoiding the flat to earn some extra money afterwards. Now, while that all sounds great on paper, in reality the game had a decent amount of flaws. While it relied heavily on levels being full of secrets, sometimes the lack of direction just made things more complicated than need be, forcing you to sleep through entire levels block by block just to figure out where to go next. Another issue was the momentum-based jumping didn't feel great, as some jumps required a lot of distance without much space to build up to them. There were also hitboxes that were pretty inconsistent, like some blocks getting in your way while you jumped, and some would only break at certain angles. And finally, while this may be more of a skill issue, enemies would take large amounts of damage due to very short frames, but to make up for it, they'd sometimes drop extra lives and power-ups, so it wasn't as bad. Some power-ups the game included were an umbrella to let you fire off bubbles quicker, honeycombs would refill and add an extra life, and the Hudson Bee allowed you to shortly become, which was pretty helpful. The final thing you had to worry about though were mini bosses, as there are 7 total, with each of them being on a floor you had to defeat before going on to the next. While the game was pretty far from perfect, I did think if it was fleshed out and balanced a bit better, it could have been a great experience. Although it may have been trying to cash out on a certain mustache plumber success at the time, and had some cool ideas behind it, like the bubble being upgradable to be stronger and shoot further, as well as actually climbing the castle room by room also made things a bit more immersive. So with everything being said, I can't say it's a game I'd recommend one way or another, so I feel like it deserves a lukewarm secret out of 10. Make sure to follow and leave a comment about what you think of this game, and I'll see you guys in the next one.